Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here, and this is a new Open With Me. It is the latest Crochet Now, and it says it's the UK's #1 crochet magazine. And we have in it the usual from Laura from, it says Sweet Treat Crochet Ideas with Laura from HappyBerry. We have Stash Bustin' Decor, 61 must-make patterns, standout accessories, the latest news, our best yarns for summer, bonus pattern book and so much more. Amazing amigurumis, bright and fun blankets. I saw that on YouTube yesterday. Bright inspiration, makes under £10, great gift ideas, exclusive toft crochet along and stylish garments. Now we've been all the way around. I know we've got some free gifts in here. So while I'm ripping into this and getting inside, if you've not done so already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Notification bell, you can set that to all, knowing that you won't get all because, well, barely get notifications really. So the bottom sheet is just my address, and there's that as well. So let's move that. And let's see, we've got gifts. Well, we have a Bright Spark 3.25 crochet hook and all these stitch markers with handy numbers on, 7 of them to be exact. So that's one. And the other gift is this. Crochet in Wonderland. So it's all Alice in Wonderland. So we'll put our gifts aside and we'll come back to them at the end. We'll concentrate on what's in this magazine. So we've seen the front already because we did. And the back is just an advert. And the price of this is £8.99, which is £1 cheaper than it usually costs us. I never know why. It's suddenly £9.99 or £8.99. And they've put 2 free gifts in this one, so you'd expect it to be the £9.99. I guess they do like to keep us guessing, guys. But it could be something to do with the new magazine that's come out. I don't know. We will get in and have a look at all the stuff. Now, that's just an advert for chenille yarn. Well, we've got a sweetie cushion. We've got a very cropped topped cardigan. We've got these little flumpy people. I have no idea what they are. We've got these stash busters, which they won't bust much of your stash, but there you go. We've got a throw, and we've got, well, vest top, tank top, whatever you want to call that. That's an advert for Red Hot Super Saver. And this is Let's Get Toasty. So this is the King Cole Toasty yarn. I do have a little bit of that in my shop. I got it as just to try it, and it's not very expensive. I put it in quite cheap. And we're talking about yarns here, I think. And I can remember wearing those when I was a little girl. Not really worn one since. I know you can do them. And in fact, I nearly made a poncho once. For my channel, that is. I've made lots of ponchos, but I never quite got there. This is the show us your bit. So this is where people can write in. More adverts. There's so many of them. This is Charlie Mortley has made this Refreshers vest. So yeah, it does remind me of the colour of the Refreshers. They were sweeties. For you guys who don't have them in your countries. Goes extra small all the way up to 5XL. Because there's very little shaping going on. It's just this. A schematic. I always think of a schematic being for a building or a machine. Okay, cherry on top, this is called a wall hanging. But I would not use it as a wall hanging. I'd use it as a big pot stand or something like that. I could not, in all honesty, want to put these things on my wall. This is Natasha Edmondson. I just don't do wall hangings. I'm kind of, you know, not up for them really. I know lots of people do like them. So we've got some yarns to look at, but they're not, I would say they're not yarns that are readily available in many shops. You definitely got to seek them out. This is Cocoa and Puff, the marshmallows. That's what they are. That was those flump-like people. That I said. These is by Heather C. Gibbs. And it's a chunky yarn that she's used. And a 6mm crochet hook. So if you want to make these marshmallows, I can see now that they are pink and white with a bit of chocolate on. Well, actually, they're flumps, so I was right. They are flump-like people. Just stretching a point. Why not? Okay, so this is, what's that? Jars of Joy. It does say jars, doesn't it? Jars of Joy wrap. Jars. It does say jars. Yeah. Joanne Smith. I don't know why it's called Jars of Joy. It looks like jars to me. But then, you know, it's very triangular. And, well, that's different, I guess. It's jarring. Maybe that's what it's called, jars. I don't know. Zoe Pottrack. This is her cushion. It looks like a giant bonbon. A sweetie to us across this side of the pond. Heather C. Gibbs. This is something that she's extracted a pattern from Your Crochet and Knitting magazine. And that's here. I stopped buying that and stopped reviewing it deliberately because it was wafer thin. You usually got some pretty grim yarn with it. And to be honest with you, it was not worth the money. It was always around $9.99 and it just was not worth the money. It got thinner and thinner and thinner until in the end I said, that's it, that's my last time. And I've never bought it since. I see it on the shelf sometimes and I think about getting it and then I pick it up and see how thin it is and think, no, I'm going to leave it right where it is. Anyway, this is Heather C. Gibbs and this is one from it. Bella has swapped cheese for sweet treats. She just can't resist a little nibble of chocolate at the end of a long day. There you go then. That's what it is. Another advert for Stylecraft Serena, and might get that for my shop, you know. I'm looking for new yarns to pop in. Natasha Emerson, Sour Apple Beanie. That's what it kind of looks like. It's got a brim, isn't it? A turnover. Apple sour. It could be apple turnover. Okay. This is Sherbet Zing blanket. And like I said, this very design I saw on YouTube only yesterday. The perfect pattern. No, I don't think it was new either. I think it was just old and I'd seen it. Another advert for Crochet Society. Kerry's Journal. And what's that? Another advert. And this is subscribe to Crochet Now and get Bella Coco's Stitch Library. I already subscribed, so does that mean I should be getting that? I don't know. A Slice of Joy celebration cake by Victoria Caris. Not I was going to say that Victoria Cake, Victoria Sandwich, but no, Victoria Caris. Would you crochet a cake? I mean, what would you do with it? I mean, if you had a child who had a shop, you know, pretend shop, and you made them food, I could get it, but I don't know. It looks like a hat to me, really, like a summer bonnet, you know, Easter bonnet. I don't know. It's one of those things, isn't it, crochet food? You either understand it or it leaves you baffled. This is Italian inspiration. Whether you're lucky enough to be jetting off to the Italian coast or planning a sunny staycation, these on-trend makes are quite sure to get you in the holiday mood. So basically a lot of lemons, really. A lot of lemony stuff. And a bit of lime. Well, it's a rowan leaf, actually, but it's lime coloured. So anyway, here we go. This is the Sweetie Scrunchies, and we've got Eve Torbit. So we've got this pattern, but we've actually got this picture, but we've got the pattern for the scrunchies, which look identical, the scrunchies that are on my channel. Crochet Notebook, and this is HappyBerry. So she's made us sweets, donuts, which has also got a donut on my channel, just saying, and lollies. It's a baby one. It's a child's toy. Anyway, Happy Space, Crochet Along Part 3. So this is Rosina Plain's Crochet Along. And this is what we're doing today. That would be quite different, like little plant pots. Quite cute. Could use it for something else because you've got a chart. Adverts. And this is that Sugar Rush cardigan, they're calling this, by Lauren Willis. It's okay, but I just find when they're that cropped, they look wide. Even if the person isn't wide. But I couldn't do that. Not with my tummy. I'd need to kind of like down to no. At least there, you know, hide the tummy. But you got extra small up to a 5XL. Imagine how wide that's going to be on a 5XL. I mean, it's wide as it is. Really. It's just going to be very wide. This is Marvellous Merinos. Bit of yarn, looking at yarn. Don't look at that, really. Now we've got Peanuts Crochet Society. So we've got peanuts, we've got hooks and all that stuff. If you like their hooks, that's great. But I'm not really keen on these sort of hooks. Usually when I get things like this, I pop them in as a free gift or give them away to Victoria or Sophia. And they're my little prodigies. And yeah, they're not really my hooks. So I'm a bit of a tulip kind of girl, or a clover at a pinch, but I always give them away anyway. That's what I usually do with them. 9 times out of 10 I stick them in people's orders, but I have to know they're a crocheter. If I don't know they're a crocheter, I can't put it in. So that's a nice blanket, which is quite handy because that was book club. That just passed me by. So we've got the Granny Square Crochet Bible is the book that they're looking at. $16.99 by David and Charles. And it's written by Lynn Rowe. And she's got loads of things to do with granny squares or hexagons. But they've taken one from the book and it's this. And that is lovely, isn't it? It's just a solid granny square. We don't need to... It's you know, teaching granny to suck eggs again. So we're just ombreing the colours out and putting them in rows, which is easy. But it's very nice. Very nice indeed. But... I was doing one of these as a tutorial myself only this morning, believe it or not, for a different thing. So there we go. This is how we do that. Candice the Candy Girl by Victoria Caris. If you like your amigurumis, bold and colourful and full of sweeties, there she is. There's the back. I like her hair. It's quite snazzy. I don't dislike amigurumi. I just don't really get on doing it. Nancy Hall. This is her lapgan. It's a zesty lapgan at that. And I quite like it. It's unusual. I find it. It's got lots of flower stitches. And I tried those myself a little while ago. Doing them in squares though. But yeah, nice. What's this? Life is Sweet. Check out our super sweet picks of the month. Bloomin' Hexy crochet pullover free pattern. Yeah, but the thing is, World and his wife have done these. And so really, you don't really need to check out any one. You could look round, find the one you really, really, really like. An ice cream scatter cushion. How on earth have they made that top bit? That is not crocheted. Ooh, I don't think it all is. No, these are all different things. That is King Cole Curiosity in the colour of Fizz. And do you know how long that has been going? I had some of that years and years and years ago. Okay, we've got all the advert pages. Coffee House Kawaii Toys by Heather C. Gibbs. That's not a toy, those are real. I can see those donuts lurking in there. And we've got then the standard abbreviations, which, as I said in one previously, look absolutely identical. So you could tell that that new magazine was part of this. And also the Crochet Society adverts did give it away. If If you haven't seen that open with me, I've got a new magazine called Crochet Made Simple. Right, inside the next one of this, though, we have Cozy Cottage. Join us as we embrace the cottage core trend with a collection of bright, warming makes to inspire a season of cosy crafting. 2 bonus booklets. We have the Wizard of Oz collection. Oh, wow. I love the Wizard of Oz. And the West Yorkshire Spinners must-have pattern book, which obviously has hats and socks in it. We have super cute Amigurumi. We've got like Jemima Puddle Duck by the looks of it, although they might not be allowed to call it that. We've got, oh look, retro square, like, oh, it's actually a flower, but it looks similar to the one I made recently. And we've got a bag, and we've got this top, and Melissa Watson's sat down with talented designer Melissa Watson and for some tea and some chat. And then we've got advert, and then we've got another one, and that's the end of that. So let's have a look at the free gifts. We've got the hook with the stitch markers, and they're quite good stitch markers because they're nice and open, so easy to get in and out. Let's have a look at this. So next week, Wizard of Oz. This week, Alice in Wonderland. Iconic characters. Bonus downloadable patterns just for you. Okay, so do we have to download these then? Oh, we've got some in here. Let's see. We're all mad here. Tea cozy. Wow. Look at the size of that. What is that? Just the spine? Yeah. Got a noisy table. But that is just a jumble of stuff, isn't it? Piled high on your tea. There's even a teapot on top. What else we got? Mad. That's part of it. I think this whole thing is just this tea cozy. I bet you. It is, look. Teacups. Sweets. It is. My goodness. Wow, there's Alice. And there's so much going on. It's all there. The Wonderland Gang by Heather C. Gibbs. Oh, actually, we've got characters now. So that was quite a lot of, you know, pages. That's what I'm looking for. So we've got Alice. There she is. Sorry about the noise. And we've got the Mad Hatter. And we've got the Cheshire Cat. And we've got the White Rabbit. So, what do you think? Now you've got this bonus downloads of these guys. If you go there. And I don't know if, you know, you'd have to sign up for anything or whatever. I don't know. But this is freebies. So what do you think of this magazine? The magazine itself, bright and colourful, boasting the summer makes. I just feel that because we had an early start to spring being summer-like, it felt like their summer stuff was a long time coming. I guess it wasn't, because it started in June, but sometimes our summer doesn't start until July, or even later, or never. So, yeah, it just felt like they were all very late, and maybe they weren't, I don't know. But what do you think? Do you like it? Is there anything that you love from this magazine? There's a lot of things that you see everywhere. You know, if you seek them out, you will find. But then, you know, there's this, it's different, that's different, that's different. Not seen it before, not seen that, not seen the Alice in Wonderland. So there's got quite a lot of new stuff, and this is something I've not seen. And we've got a nice, decent kind of free gift. I don't know what it's like to crochet with it. And I don't usually find out either. I usually just give them away because I've got loads of hooks. Anyway, let me know what you guys think of this one and in the comments. And I'll love to read your comments. So thank you for watching. And as I said before, if you've not already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button or the notification bell. Or if you're watching me on TikTok, don't forget to follow. I'll say goodbye for now. See you on the next one.